What's up, everybody? Hitman Killer Grim here. And last night was the Royal Rumble. It was pretty good. I'm not going to show any footage though because to me it wasn't that good. I rate from on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I give it a 7. I would give it a higher score, but I'll explain why I don't later. Anyways, the kickoff match I didn't get to see because I was too busy cooking my Rumble snack. So what happened was it was a fatal 4-way. It was a fatal 4 tag team match. 4 teams to first one to win. Their team got into the Royal Rumble or 30-man Royal Rumble. Okay, Royal Rumble. It was Damien Sandow with some other person, I don't remember who. Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. The Ascension. And who else? Crap, I can't remember now. Give me a moment to think. Now I remember. How stupid can I be? Because I love these guys. It was the Dudley Boys. I didn't get to see the match. All I do know is that Jack Swagger and Mark Henry won the match. They got to go in the Royal Rumble. The first match was for the Intercontinental Championship title. And I was pumped up for that match. It was a last man standing match, which meant no disqualifications, no countouts, just a 10 count if you're down. It was Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion. Now, it was a pretty fun match. I enjoyed watching it. I was cooking at the same time while watching it, but Kevin Owens KO cannonballed Dean Ambrose into the barricade of the crowd. And that had gotta hurt. Dean Ambrose still got it from that. If that wasn't enough, Kevin Owens got Dean Ambrose on the top turnbuckle. He was ready to throw him over outside the ring on 2 tables, but Dean Ambrose reversed it, kicked him in the face, and Kevin Owens fell down and ended up hitting the tables outside. Kevin Owens delivered a few pump-up power bombs and all that. I didn't see the whole thing, but I got to hear a lot. There was a lot of kendo stick using. And he was using in the head. Dean Ambrose kept on trying to pin Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens kept on trying to pin Dean Ambrose. Or no, not pin. They kept on doing their best to keep their man down, but they couldn't do it. In the end, Dean Ambrose ended up winning. There was one point where Dean Ambrose almost lost. Kevin Owens powerbombed him through a table. And what happened was that Kevin Owens fell down too. They were both down. Kevin Owens was the first to his feet. And then Dean Ambrose, he barely got to his feet. He used the shreds of the table that was still up, that he got slammed on, to leave himself up. And then he was up, but he almost fell back down. He was stumbling. Anyways, Dean Ambrose won the match. He retained the title. But it was pretty good. The next match was the Usos versus the New Day for the tag team titles. The match, it wasn't that exciting, but what happened was that Chris Jericho had broken the little trombone the New Day had, and they had a funeral for it on Thursday Night SmackDown. The fight before the show before the Royal Rumble. I thought it was pretty funny how they had a funeral for him. He was in a little case. They were bowing down. They were in suits. They had the organs playing and all that. They had Xavier Wood. They had a picture of Xavier Woods while he was playing the trombone. They had the flowers around the picture and everything, all that for a funeral. Anyways, that match against the Usos, it was... How should I say? There wasn't a lot of high-flying action in it. There wasn't a lot of... I really thought the Usos were going to win this match because they were very close. Sorry about that. Anyways, the Usos... I really thought they were going to win. At one point, Kofi Kingston went for Trouble in Paradise. Jey Uso ducked. Hold on. Sorry about that. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Usos. Anyways. It was an okay match. The New Day still won the match. It ended with Jey Uso. It ended with Jimmy Uso, or Big E tagging himself in. Jay didn't know it. Or no, Jimmy. Sorry about that, my hands are all sticky. I don't know from what. Anyways, he ended up tagging himself in, and what happened was that Big E ended up giving him the big ending and all that, and they won the match. He did retain the title. The next match was for the United States Championship. It was Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto. Now, Sin Cara was injured, so they had him. So Kalisto was representing the Lucha Dragons. It's better if I say it in Spanish. The Lucha Dragons. Anyways, so Alberto Del Rio was the U.S. champion. Note to self that Kalisto won the title, but he lost it the next night. Or he lost it the next night to Alberto Del Rio. So yeah, well. You're going to say, well, that doesn't matter. So Kalisto was champion for a week, for a few days. Who cares? I care because what Kalisto did was amazing. He kept on fighting and fighting. Del Rio did so many things. He tried to use the kick that knocked John Cena out for Del Rio to win the championship in the first place. But Kalisto ducked that kick, and he ended up winning the U.S. title by using the La del Bando, something like that. I forgot what it's called. I know what the move looks like though. Anyway, so he won the U.S. title. The next match was for the Divas match. It was Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Now, Charlotte, I like you, okay, but you're turning into a heel, and you're bringing your father into it, and you're making him turn into a heel. I know your father was the dirtiest player in the game, but you need to calm down because people are starting. When she came out, when the announcer being announced while they were in the ring, Charlotte was booed, and Becky Lynch was cheered on. It ended with Charlotte winning the title match, winning the match. Then Sasha Banks comes out. Everyone's cheering. She wants to join forces with Charlotte. She shakes her hand and all that. Then when Becky Lynch turns around, gives her the Banks statement, submission move, and that's it. Anyways, the next match, I know y'all might not give me a good review on this YouTube video. It's because the Royal Rumble to me wasn't that very good. The next match was the Royal Rumble match. Now, Roman Reigns was the first one entered. He had to defend his title. If he got eliminated, he was no longer champ. Whoever won the Royal Rumble after he was eliminated would be the new champion. He lasted for a very, very long time, except he got eliminated. But I'm not getting to that. First off, the problem is why I didn't give this a 10 or 9 or 8 is because there were no Hall of Famers that entered this year. No one who was injured came back. I really thought Undertaker or Sting was going to come back, or even Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, it would be awesome if he came back to the Rumble. Everyone would be cheering. They would be on their feet cheering, giving the middle finger up like Austin does and all that. People, I mean, I've seen a few signs. I mean, I don't see signs anymore. I mean, a lot anymore for Bill Goldberg. I mean, if he came back to the Royal Rumble, it would have been awesome. Brock Lesnar entered. The Wyatt family, the whole Wyatt family entered. And they were dominating for a long time. Chris Jericho was entered. Now, hold on. The third entrance was AJ Styles. He finally made his debut match at WWE, from NXT to WWE. He lasted pretty long. At first, I thought it was a different superstar. I'm not going to mention the superstar who I thought it was. Anyway, so he came out. He was kicking some ass. He held his own. Chris Jericho came in. I'm not sure who eliminated AJ Styles. The Wyatt family came in. Brock Lesnar came out and he defeated all of them. He defeated even Braun Strowman. Yeah, I like Brock Lesnar, but they kind of exceed his power to what he is. They over exaggerate him sometimes. To me, I'm Brock Lesnar. I can destroy the guy who destroys other people, but who does the hangman's choke. Braun Strowman was close, and then Brock Lesnar knocked Braun Strowman down for the first time. Okay, so you knocked him down. Big deal. I mean, not the first time that someone's been able to do that to a big superstar like Braun Strowman. Anyways, I mean, it's happened before. Not to Braun Strowman, but other superstars like Undertaker and all that. Batista, Triple H. Anyways, speaking of which, when Bray Wyatt came out, All Wyatt family members were eliminated, and Bray Wyatt was looking at Brock Lesnar, and there come the Wyatt family. Remember, in the Royal Rumble, no disqualifications. There used to be the parts where you couldn't bring weapons to the Royal Rumble, where you couldn't wait outside. The Miz entered. He waited outside for quite a while. Anyway, so what happened was that Bray Wyatt came in, and the Wyatt family, although they were eliminated, although they were already eliminated, they came in surrounding the ring. They beat Brock Lesnar to a pulp. They threw him out, and Brock Lesnar was looking at it. And the look in his eyes, I can tell that they were going to have a rivalry. Goldust entered, Stardust entered, and all that. Chris Jericho held his own pretty good. Number 30 entrance though. Dolph Ziggler came in at number 29. And R-Truth surprisingly came at number 16. I think I don't remember. Usually, who first starts out is the Miz and R-Truth. That's the usually two people who start out, or R-Truth for fact. Anyways, after Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman were taken out. Ryback entered 2. He got taken out. Big Show entered 2. He got taken out. Kane entered. I expected to see Undertaker, but he didn't come in though. I knew how it was going to happen, or I sort of thought I knew who was going to happen, but it didn't happen in the order I thought it was. Anyways, number 30 entrance. Surprisingly, who came out? You heard Triple H's theme music. His old game theme music. He came out. He had the water. He was ready. He came out. He eliminated Roman Reigns. The last person was him and Dean Ambrose. Now, Roman Reigns was eliminated. Roman Reigns was the second to last person eliminated. Here's the thing I thought was pretty interesting. That's why I give it a 7. I was going to give it a 6, but thanks to the 7, thanks to Triple H, here's what happened. Dean Ambrose and Triple H didn't fight a long time. Triple H and them were fighting and all that. Triple H gave Dean Ambrose a head knee, to where he grabs the head, jumps up, and knees him like that. Dean Ambrose stumbled back. Then he went to the ropes, went for his clothesline. Triple H ducked. And then he pedigreed Dean Ambrose. Then guess what? He threw Dean Ambrose outside the ring, becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. I thought that was pretty awesome. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta go watch Monday Night Raw to see how it turns out. I've already missed a few minutes of it. I hope I can catch it. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, and Hitman Kilogram signing off. And we just assassinated that. Peace.